first I want to just introduce, the concept of why we're here, right? Because one would say, why go to a police training academy when we the streets? We ain't about no police, right? But we coexist in this community together, right? In any community that we are, the police are there.
We had a war break out in Springfield Gardens a few summers ago, remember?
Yeah. Yeah.
Must have been, was it like 20 shootings?
Yeah.
20 shootings, and I remember Erica saying, get your Timberlands laced up. We ended up in a backyard in Springfield Gardens with some gentlemen who were lighting the streets up. So we all have to make sure that we're just not talking about it, but that we are also on the front lines.
Eric, you were, when we first met, the captain at the 113th Precinct, correct?
Correct.
And so when you first met us, see that look that you just gave? Mm-hmm. What was your first impression when you first met us? Particularly me and AU.
I walked up, we had a conversation. I would say within 2 minutes, it was a volatile scene. She was like, all right. And she took a step back, and from that moment on, I knew this was somebody that I was gonna be able to work with.
I'm going to the chief to ask, what did you do to shift from the normal process to the process of the unconventional stuff that we asked you to do?
It's based on the relationship, because I know at the end of the day, we both want the same thing. We both want our communities to be safer. I have no problem helping somebody who has proven time after time we're about the same thing. We're about peace. We're about decreasing gun violence. But not only gun violence, overall violence, because a lot of our calls, our conversations don't even center around gun violence. It's school issues, violence within schools that could possibly lead to gun violence.
When you came to 113, that night was a tough night because I was the friend that got shot. And then, so we a lot of things were going through it. So I didn't like you that night. I didn't care about you. All right? And it's interesting, as much as I didn't like you that night, how much I come to like you.
Yes.
And that's all. We didn't. And he said, Erica Ford, I want you to go save these people. He gave us like 20 names. And 5 of those people work with us today.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. As the chief of the streets, I try to co-produce public safety with law enforcement. And that first comes with building a relationship, getting to know me definitely getting to know them, and then trying to use that as a way we can go out to the community, mostly separately, and then find ways where we can make the community a safer and better place to live in.
Because we got real shit. We up all night. Somebody might get killed, then there's another situation, and another situation, and another situation, and we gotta eat shit in the street.
One thing about this work is you gotta be passionate about it. Right. You listen, it ain't about a paycheck, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. I see what Erica's doing. She's like, we gotta work together. We wanna coexist so that we can address the issue of gun violence.
These are the emergency responders. This has never been done before. To see this kind of elevation happening, it is in fact, it says a lot about the work that we all have been doing.
This is something we've been doing for years.
Yes.
Years. So to be here this morning and to see that a national program with peacekeepers from all around the world is here in the NYPD training facility, that was great. It really is.
We don't all agree all the time. We fight all the time. But the priority and the importance is the work.
Every Democrat, with the exception of 2, stood up for us, and 8 Republicans stood up and fought for us and voted in support of keeping this office open.
So let's give it up again for Greg Jackson, y'all. Marcus and Chico's job was to go across the United States to most of your cities, right? And so how many cities did y'all go to?
26. Yeah.
26 cities. And how much money did you get released into those 26 cities?
$2.8 billion. $2.8 billion.
Yeah. And what was that $2.8 billion for?
Black and brown organizations doing this work all over the United States.
So, the reason why why we wanted you to come here today, is to see what the future could look like. This is a training academy, right? You're in training. You're a leadership training academy. And so eventually we'll be in one of these, or in this one in our own wing, hint, hint, right?
Life camp. There's a situation. Somebody in my building's being stopped for no reason. Can y'all come down? Please, please. They're at it again.
He's good. He's good. Just for safety.
Nah, he don't look good, man.
Just for safety concerns. That's what we're doing. Now, listen.
Yo, he don't look good, man.
Stand back, all right?
Nah, man.
Listen, we have
Look at it.
have a conversation.
Y'all keep videotaping. Thank you, guys.
And we had to work him, just like how we have to work them, right? And so we were able to calm him down. Well, what did we do? Right.
The dopest thing that I saw is that even before interacting with law enforcement, y'all made sure that the people in the car was good, like even before y'all walked away, and then making sure that people in the community was good while Homeboy was engaging with the community. Y'all was talking to law enforcement, and then being able to bring everybody together to stop the silo conversations. I thought was pretty dope.
So the pull-up is the sidebar. Not a disrespect to him, because it's gonna make the officer look like, oh, okay, now I gotta hide it. Yo, he don't look good, man. And even if co-worker don't agree, then he's gonna side with the co-worker and forget about the people that are inside the car. That's secondary. That is another issue. So really make sure that there's always constant remembering and checkups of one another about when you get into this hostile environment, that you don't become also hostile.
Community knew who to call. Life camp. Which means the community's already been engaged and there's already relationship developed. 2, there was some training and coaching that took place to some folks because they need to put their hands on the wheel, which means know your rights training has been taking place within the community. You guys have trained as a staff on how to interact, and there's already a relationship that was established with PD. Even if you had a road cop that you said was a problem, the person on the other side knew who you guys were.
We have to be not just professional, but also in a particular spirit that does not unnerve us.
Right.
All right? Because if we get caught up into their stuff, then we're not doing our work.
Every time my check comes, you act like a okay.
Check it out, man.
This man, he's always doing stuff to me. Every time the check comes, he's trying to put his hands on me.
Terrible boy, gonna save the world. Can't do nothing. You can't do nothing here. Erica Ford and them orange people here. You can't do nothing. You chose the cops out. I'll hit you.
I just feel like they took it too far. They took it too far. I just wanted somebody to help me. And then they come in, and the next thing I know, I'm being pushed, and my husband being arrested. I just wanted somebody to stop it. That's it.
Taking you out of, because I saw he was deterred, right? Another staff take the mother, right? Then I called another staff to help me to calm him down, right? And let him know that I'm here to protect him. Even though, but my real goal is to get him off of that adrenaline, to get him to calm down, to see that he can trust us.
When they pull you over in the house, they're nervous because they don't know you.
Please allow us to mediate the situation. We'll take care of him. The other half of the staff will take care of her. We'll mediate.
They don't police the areas they're familiar with, so they don't know you. So I was really nervous, and now he got aggressive. So now I got to pull out the gun. Now I don't know how to put the gun away.
He was like, somebody talked to him earlier about how long it takes for the cop to, buy in. And I think sometimes cops might think we're in competition, right? So there's a lot of scenarios that we got to deal with to get together. And sometimes our own might take longer.
Judge, before we begin, are the handcuffs necessary for my client?
Silence in the court. Silence in the court.
The only thing that could possibly be worse than losing a family member is not knowing how they were lost or who was responsible for their loss.
look at me when I speak to you. Look at me. Because if I didn't, I would be living a life based on hating you. And I would not allow you the privilege of having that control over me. But there's one thing I want you to know in mind. Whenever you hear love is love, do know that my son is there with you. Love is love.
I started, look, she was talking. I turned to look at him like this was the real case.
Yeah.
Cause she got me so engaged in the situation. I was there when the real thing happened. She started crying and I actually had to walk up to her while she was reading the thing. And the judge actually said, if Life Camp was there, he wouldn't be dead.
I don't know if you all got that she was actually reading to the person who took her son's life. This is the first time you've actually read this out loud?
Since then?
Since then? Wow. Which is how many years ago?
Do our scars ever heal? From all the loss we feel? Y'all really expect the mom to be chill after watching her son get killed? Nah, let's be real. That type of pain lasts forever. Birthdays won't be the same, holidays become a terror. Oh yeah, you ain't getting no sympathy for bill collectors. If you guess it, yes, the payments, they still expect them. But however, everybody in this room is making moves to make it better. We can't take away the wound, but we can go through it together. You'll be surprised how much good you could do with a simple caring gesture. And Life Camp, a crew of steppers. For us, this ain't a job, this is a move. And we gonna do this forever. Thank you, Judge.
In our community, we have to be resourceful. So it's like, how many ways can you use this bus? And we use all of the ways. So my role in the Practicum is to really show how wellness is an integral part of gun violence prevention. In order to co-produce public safety, you really have to deal with not only the ecosystem of the community, the health of the community, but also the ecosystem of the self. So I'm here to show how we take this multisensory approach, how we deal with this ecosystems-based approach to violence prevention, starting within the self. As we say, peace is a lifestyle, peace starts within.
Seeing how Life Camp operates, see how robust it is, looking at the root causes of some of this behavior, because you don't just lead to this, and actually addressing the emotional body, which we lean into too much in a lot of our children.
As a leader, I also carry what my staff carry, and I want to try to protect them and help them heal, but also I haven't healed myself.
So given everything that's going on in Black and brown communities around policing, I think it's vital at this time for organizations like Life Camp and their work with the police departments, right? Communities, Black and brown communities, are not at all trusting of police. So Life Camp beginning that work, working with the NYPD, working with this leadership academy development and a cohort, actually starts that work that really addresses gun violence across the country.
The graduation will be February 16th at the White House.
I appreciate the mutual respect of the institution and the streets, both recognizing that they're both to be respected and that together we can do something that shifts the trajectory of how we approach violence. Because if you focus on violence, you will have violence. If you focus on peace, you will have peace. There is no way to peace, as Deepak Chopra says, peace is the way.